Hey, it's Hal Swayze. Are you ready to kick off the fall real estate season? Hello and welcome to our September 2024, I can't believe it, market update for San Luis Obispo County. First of all, I just want to make a shout out. People come to us, buy real estate, and they worry about schools and climates and neighborhoods and doctors. Well, I just 12 days ago got my hip replaced. Dr. Grammaticus, and he did a phenomenal job. I'm walking, I can go up and down stairs, I can drive okay, which is no change. So anyway, wanted to let you know I'm up, standing, had a lot of nice well wishes, and thank goodness for the great doctors, nurses, anesthesiologists, because I didn't feel a thing. All right, so let's talk about real estate. Going to talk about three things today because not much has changed, but a lot has changed. First of all, what's happening with the market, number of homes selling, what's going on with prices and days on the market. Number two, interest rates, big changes there. And then lastly, some of the stuff that's going on the mechanics of real estate. We'll call it the National Association of Realtors kind of changes we've made. So real estate right now, inventory up 44% over a year ago. That's a big jump. So about 411 homes versus about 285 last year. And we've gone up just slightly month over month. So a big increase in the number of homes for sale. Pending sales, pretty even. Closed sales up about 10% and down a little bit month over month. So 10% more sales this year than last year, down a little bit month over month. So what does that say? Demand, very consistent in spite of everything that's going on in the world today. So that's pretty interesting. Our days on the market are rising in some areas, lowering in others, but in general, slightly more. That's to be expected with more homes for sale. So if you're a property owner and you're thinking of selling, what can we control? We can control the price and the condition. And with more competition, those become more important. And we're seeing that in homes coming on the market, getting lots of activity. The last three we've listed had multiple offers versus homes that are sitting, not getting the activity, not getting the showings, and they either need to, and they being the sellers, improve the property or improve the price, making it more attractive for a buyer. So we're seeing that you can control certain things. Now, what does this mean? If steady demand, let's think about this right now. Interest rates have come down, and when I say interest rates, I should say mortgage rates. 2 months ago, they were 7.5%. Today, with paying a point on a $750,000 mortgage, you can get 5.875%. That is a huge difference. Let me tell you what it means. On a $750,000 loan, that difference from 2 months ago is $1,100 a month in a payment, or $136,000 in borrowing power that has changed. Now, the Federal Reserve has not dropped their rate yet. The other factors that go into determining mortgage rates, the bond market, the treasury yields, all those sort of things, those are forward thinking, so that is what has mortgage rates dropped. If the Fed drops the federal funds rate from, by 0.25% versus 0.5, if they go to 0.5, that could also have an impact. So the bottom line is, what do I make of this? If I'm a buyer and I say, I'm going to wait for those rates to drop, well, guess what? Now everybody gets an $1,100 a month bump up in what they can buy. That'll increase our demand. If I buy now, even though the rates have changed and most people don't know it, and the rates continue to fall, which no one knows, but it seems like that's the direction that it's heading. Who knows, but it seems like that. Our smart buyers are probably trying to secure something now. Okay, so it's just fascinating how fast these things can move, so much faster than they used to. All right, so the marketplace is steady. We have more homes for sale. We have consistent demand, a little bit more days on the market. Sellers have to sharpen their pencils. Buyers are smart if they can lock in today and get their rate even lower, but look at the difference already in just 2 months. Lastly, National Association of Realtors. Hey, do buyers get commissions? Do sellers? Are they less? Who pays what? Basically, the way we operate, the end result is the same. Most of our sellers that want to sell realize that offering an incentive to agents who are working with buyers to come show their house and promote their homes is a good business decision. Much like making sure your house is clean, making sure that you've gotten all the repairs in good shape or know what they are, got the house ready for sale, invested in something like that. So that hasn't changed. But here, look what has changed. This is so much fun. So these are the 15 pages now, if you're a buyer, that when you come sit down with me or any other agent, we go over. The main one, all these are regular forms. Okay? The main one is a buyer representation document. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically it says, hey, how long are we going to be aligned, and are we going to be exclusive, or going to be able to work with other agents? Okay. It also says here what kind of property types we like. It talks about the location. Is it just a neighborhood? Is it a few streets? Is it the whole county? And then lastly, what is the maximum amount I could potentially, as a buyer, pay my buyer's agent for a commission? We haven't had any of those yet. Okay, so it puts a maximum on there. And so buyers won't know until they make an offer what they're going to potentially pay for the price, whether the seller is going to pay what we now call concessions, not commissions, concessions. Go figure, who determined that one. And then what other terms come up. And if potentially they can owe their buyer's agent some money based on this agreement they've signed, or if the buyer's agent go, listen, what they're offering is fair to me, I'm going to be fine with that, that's not going to be a problem. So more paperwork, just like we've seen before, but much ado about nothing. Now I'm being facetious here, but this is the fun we get to go through when you buy a house. Purchase contract, listing agreement, disclosures, preliminary title reports, all detailed in. But at the end of the day, I don't want to simplify things, but if I don't, it's very hard for people. It's how much am I going to sell my house for? What's it going to cost me to sell it? What do I need to get it sold? Can the agent do the job? Okay, and then how much do I walk away if I sell it? So I know what I have for the next property. And for buyers, it's like, what properties do I want to look at? Do I have an obligation to a certain person, and for how long? So again, a lot of things go into this. And at the end of the day, it usually boils down to a few figures. So thank you for allowing us to serve you. Thank you, Dr. D, for the great new hip. Have a great day, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon.